Guys, I have a confession to make. I love floor cleaners. I know it might be the most old man thing I've ever said on this channel, but you've seen the studio. You know that dirty floors are a real problem for me. So I am down for all of the floor cleaning gadgets. Robots, yes, but sometimes you need a manual device to get the job done really well, which is why I am legitimately excited that I got to stop by Tineco at CES this year. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caleb Dennison, and I'm not joking. I've been having a lot of fun here at Tineco discovering their new floor cleaning products. They've got two in particular that I'm extremely excited about. And then, well, the Carpet One carpet cleaner, I've already showed that to you, but I'm gonna remind you why I love that thing so much as well, because it all kind of ties together. Let's start with the Pure One Station 5. This floor cleaner is the culmination of all the technological advancements that Tineco has made over the last couple of decades. There's one thing in particular that makes this device different than a ton of the other stick vacuums that you're gonna see on the market, and that is its self-cleaning mode is more effective than any of the others that you're gonna see on the market. Here's why. So with most of these stick vacuums, they basically just empty the recovery chamber into a tank. So you put it on the base station, it empties the chamber that's got all the dirt and the dust and the pebbles in it, and that's it. Unfortunately, what that means is that you're gonna get clogging either at the brush roller area or somewhere along the tube that feeds into that recovery station. So what the Pure One Station 5 does is it activates the entire suction system as if it was still cleaning a floor. And in doing so, it is gonna clean everything from the brush roller area all the way up the tube and then down into the recovery area. This way, you don't get any blockage along the line. And I can speak from personal experience, this is an issue because when you get blockage, the suction starts going away. You don't know where it is, and then what are you gonna do? Get a compressed air and fire it through? It's not a sexy solution. But the Pure One Station 5 has that solution built right in, so you don't need to worry about it. Also, if you're not familiar with Tineco's products, the brush roller on this device naturally corrals pet hair towards the center, right where it needs to get sucked up. So everybody's seen the brush roller on their vacuum before. You've just got pet hair wound around the entire thing. Have you ever tried to cut that out? I have. I hate it. You don't have to do that with this particular device because, again, thanks to the V formation of these bristles, it routes all the hair towards the center, so it basically has no choice but to get sucked right up. Now, a floor cleaner is nothing without powerful suction. At my studio, the big problem I have is that a bunch of pebbles and gravel keep getting tracked in from the alleyway behind the studio. And what I have now will not pick them up. I think you've experienced this before. It just rattles around in the brush roller area and never actually gets sucked up. So we tried it out with some dog food and some gravel here, and it sucked it right up. At first, I thought that it hadn't picked it up, and then I realized the rattling around that I heard was the gravel in the recovery tank. It had already been picked up. That's huge for me. No matter what it is that's on the floor, within reason, of course, this thing is absolutely gonna suck it up, no problem. So you can imagine that all the dirt and the dust and everything else that's in the fibers of the carpet is going to be well taken up by this floor cleaner. Another important aspect here is the user-replaceable battery. The battery is not built into the device. You can actually take it right off and replace it. That means that as the battery starts wearing down, as all batteries will, you can just slap a new one. Or if you want to have two on hand, you can clean a huge amount of space without ever having to worry about taking it back to the charging station. As with all the Tineco products, there is a wide array of different accessories that you can put on the end of this stick. So if you need to clean your couch, your seats, your drapes, whatever it is, the stairs, it's got an attachment that can handle that. And again, the suction is so powerful, nothing is gonna get left behind. Okay, that's enough of me nerding out on the Pure One Station 5. If it's possible, the next thing I want to show you, I'm even more excited about. This is the Floor One S9 Artist Steam. Now, right off the bat, what you can tell about this device is that Tineco went out of its way to make it look really cool. I know a lot of you out there love that sort of high-tech Dyson vibe, and Tineco knows that. So while they have a full suite of different floor cleaners, this one really fits into that premium space from its looks alone. But it is also an overachiever when it comes to wet-dry cleaning your hard floor surfaces. So in the studio, I've got concrete flooring. And for whatever reason, especially in the kitchen, it just gets filthy. And virtually nothing I've used really picks up all of the dirt. So what I'm looking for is steam power to get sticky stuff off of the floor. I want super suction so that nothing gets left behind. And I want a constant water replacement so I'm not just washing with dirty water all the time. This does that and a whole lot more. So first off, check out the control display on this thing. It basically looks like an Apple Watch, which gives it a really cool interface and experience when you use it, which I dig. Just press the button and it starts getting to work. It's in automatic mode right now, all right? So I can basically start cleaning, and when it senses dirt, it actually changes the color of the light to let you know it's aware that there is dirt there. Now, if it senses that it's got an especially tough job to do, it is automatically going to ramp up the suction and apply a little bit more water to get everything cleaned up. Here's an example. I decided to have a little bit of breakfast cereal on the floor today. Oops. My bad. Sorry, y'all. But no, this is really a great demonstration. Watch how it sucks this stuff right up and leaves nothing behind. What you notice is that the floor is not wet after it's done doing the job, which tells me that the suction is really at work here. Here's another thing I love. The water tank is not up high on this unit. It's down below on the main head. That puts all the center of gravity down low and makes this thing way more easy to move around. But it also has motorized wheels, and it can sense when you're trying to go forward, backward, and left and right. So as you're turning, one wheel will spin one direction and the other will spin another direction. So you get a very tight turning radius and an immediate response. You basically don't have to flex a muscle while you're using this thing because it basically drives itself. Now, if I want it on max power all the time, I just press a button and it goes into max power. But if I'm dealing with a very specifically sticky or hard to lift mess, I can put on the steam function. In a matter of seconds, this thing is steaming like crazy. Now, I was a little concerned that the steam that was emitted from this thing might be a little bit hot. Could that be bad for pets or little kids who might be around when you're cleaning? No. Amazingly, the steam power is very focused underneath the head of the vac. So what's coming out the sides here is not hot at all. And as a matter of fact, it's a super fine mist. So I pull my hand away and there's nothing there. It's already dry, which again, when I'm done cleaning the mess, the floor is dry. And I love that. I don't have to worry about getting my socks wet if I'm walking around on the floor after I'm mopping. The suction on this thing is absolutely insane. It picks everything up, no problem. But again, the self-cleaning feature might be one of the most defining features of this thing. So we put it back down on its stand and it automatically cleans off the roller and then starts using heat to dry it out, because you definitely don't want a wet roller just sitting there getting all funky and smelling bad. Oh, here's another thing. The recovery tank for the water is just about as big as the main clean tank, which I love because I hate it when I constantly have to empty the recovery tank more times than I have to fill the main tank. The main tank is a little bit bigger because it's going to be losing some water to steam, but I love that 1-to-1 ratio. It's actually really super important to me. I'm getting this thing in for review because I want to find out if it's finally possible for me to walk around in my space with white socks and not have those white socks turn gray or brown. Real quick on the pricing now. The Floor One Station 5 vacuum is available right now for about $459. You can find it at a ton of different online retailers or directly from Tineco itself. The Floor One S9 Artist Steam, as I mentioned before, is a premium steam cleaner from Tineco, and that's going to go for just under $1,000, and we should see that come out sometime in the late spring or early summer. Now, if you haven't seen it, I already did a full video on the Carpet One, and you can see how effective that is, including the self-driving technology and the cool little display on top. That's what kind of got it all started for me with Tineco. I can't wait to check out these new devices. I highly suggest you do the same. Let me know what you think of these products down in the comment section on YouTube or whatever social platform you might be seeing this video on. Thank you so much for joining me here at CES. This has been one of the more fun experiences that I've had on a personal level. I hope you enjoyed it as well. That's it for now. I'll see you on the next video.